Hi, this is a quick video on how to test the submission of evidence and any functionality around that. So in the particular example I'm looking at here is emails, but I guess anything to do with the submission of evidence this would apply to. So there's a number of steps here. The first thing we need to do is find an organisation that is enrolled in the program but is unsubmitted or has evidence submissions to be submitted. The second thing we need to do is check that both the organisation and their HPC have emails set to test emails, and the third thing we need to do is actually execute the submission, actually submit a piece of evidence. Now I should stress here that everything I'm doing here assumes that you are in a test system. If on the rare occasions you need to check this in production, it is a different procedure. You need to take obviously a lot more care. So what I'm saying applies to a test system. I happen to be on my desktop system at the moment, but same would apply in staging. Okay, let's go. First thing we need to do is track down a candidate organisation. So what I'm going to do is just log on to the back end, onto the Moodle as an admin, and the best place to look for an organisation is the HPC homepage. So we'll hop in there. We are looking for, I'm going to assume that we're looking for a school, so we'll pick a school. And obviously they will need to be registered in order to be a candidate. So what this will do is give us a list of registered schools, and we want to pick a school that is already enrolled in a program. So we can see here where the program is set, any of these would be potential candidates for our test. So let's pick, what have we got? Let's pick Ararimu School, and first thing to do is just jot down the ministry ID, so that's 1207 in this case. Oh, sorry, no, let's pick the one above it, 323. Aranui High School. Ararimu School isn't actually enrolled in the program, so that's 323 is the ministry ID of that school, and we can see they're on Toitoi Manawa. So let us first of all, let's pop into their details, and we need to check two things here. First of all, we need to set their primary contact email address to the test email, so I've picked heartschool1@gmail.com. The assumption in all this is that the organisational email address is not used for any test emails. If for any reason that changes, perhaps due to some change beyond this video, if you like, some coding change, then obviously you will need to change the organisational email as well. But for now, it's the primary contact email address that we're interested in. The second thing we need to check is who this person's HPC is, and it is Chloe Balderston. And we can see her email address is currently set to that, so we'll need to go and change that. But the first thing we'll do is update this, and that will change their details. That's good. And then we can duck straight back home. We can go down site administration, users, so mouse a bit dodgy here, accounts, browse. Let's find Chloe's user record, and what we would do here is set that to one of our test email addresses. There we go. So just update that. There we go. Okay. So now we're done there, so we can log out, and we will log in to the front end. So we go log in, 323, and we'll use our master password to get in. If you do know the password of the organisation, that's great. and we can go straight through, in this case to ToyToyton. Whoops, sorry. If you're going to do that, one thing you should do, and I'll do it now, is clear your browser cache, because if you are logged on as an admin, if it hasn't cleared the cookies, you could have a problem there. So let's just close our windows there, and let's go in again. We go. So we're in ToyToy Manawa. Obviously the same applies for any other course. We're logged on as Arawimu School, I think it was, and we should find that we can navigate the submissions here. Now we can't of course be sure that they haven't submitted anything. The homepage will tell us if those have been graded and have been graded successful. It's entirely possible that they've submitted something and it hasn't been graded yet. But in general, if we visit one of these, I'll pick the first one, we should find that, there we go, add submission, it will allow us to do that. And I normally just, I've got a dummy file here with absolutely nothing in it, so I'll just submit that. There we go. Save changes, and then make sure you submit it. Trap for young players. You do the save changes, you think it's produced the email, but you are scratching your head and you realise it hasn't actually submitted. Okay, so you should then find that it's submitted for grading, which is great, and that should have triggered all of our emails. So just to recap, go to the HPC homepage, find an organisation that's registered and enrolled but not complete, change the email address of that organisation and their HPC, then log in as that organisation, visit one of the evidence submissions and submit against that. So, okay.